It is definitely hot today, and I'm on my way down to Urban Grind Coffee Shop to meet with an Atlanta-based artist. After leaving the music industry, he's decided to return.
That's right.
And then you left, not left the group, but you kind of put the music on the background.
That's right. We just decided to disband. Yeah.
Okay, so what gave you, what made you decide to come back now?
Well, I had a friend of mine who was a tennis manager at a facility here in Atlanta, Piedmont Park. She died in like 2007 unexpectedly. You know what I mean? And one of my really good friends, Quessy, they said, Winston, you need to perform. You need to, do this tribute to her by singing. And I was really like, he and hard thing, And I got over that insecurity. I said, let me do it for her. And he basically said, if not now, then when? So that bad situation actually was the spark for the good situation for me to start. And that was like 4 years ago.
Okay.
So that's what got me back into reality about my music.
Now, as with a lot of people, sometimes we go through the struggles of learning the industry, learning the business.
Yeah.
And to my knowledge, that's kind of some of the things that also occurred with you. You were saying that now you're learning to trust again and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What gave you that strength to give it another shot, like to trust someone else with your career or to even work with them?
It took 4 years.
Really?
And then that was like when I first started back. But all along since I left the group, different life situations, man, was forcing me to get back into it. It was forcing me to start to believe in myself again. And luckily, I think God was really ordering my steps. Once I basically said I'm going to do it again, that He started giving me signals and signs that I should keep going down this path. You know what I mean? So experiences, life, people's response to my music, they were like, wait a minute, this is more than just a bucket list. I mean, you got some good stuff here. You know what I mean? You should keep going. And so after the first track came out, it was like, wow, wait a minute, second track, whoa, third track, they were like, wait a minute, no, for real? Like, you been sitting on this for real? I mean, so it was that kind of thing, like these small little signs that kept getting, pointing me to the right direction.
The thing about any craft is sometimes when it's in you, no matter how much you try to leave it alone, it just always presents itself over and over and over and over again. And in that, I'm sure it presented itself many times.
It did during that dark moment, the dark period of my life. It kept showing up, and I kept trying, but it wasn't the right time. I wasn't ready. You know what I mean? I wasn't emotionally ready. I wasn't spiritually ready. I wasn't ready. And I think when my friend died, unfortunately, that was the kind of epiphany, finally epiphany. Like, this is your time to start.
So out of all those things that has occurred, what particular things would you say were very vital for you to be where you are?
Running back into my current entertainment attorney, because we went to school together, running back into him. Him introducing me to Don Vito, platinum producer. What else? Me being introduced to Nefertiti and the whole Block South crew. Me meeting my vocal coach. There are a lot of little moments along the path that I can see that were like, that was was that like breakthrough moment. It was another one, you know. So it's a few.
And that's probably the hardest thing about anything in life, whether it's music or whatever you do.
Yeah.
It's dealing with those small dots because you never know where they're actually going. You know, it's kind of like doing the connect the dots, and you don't see the picture until it's all done.
Yes.
And so that's the good thing and the bad thing.
That's the faith that had to come out. You know what I mean? That I had to rely and trust and get over some things. And I look back and I see the dots clearly. But as you're going through your struggle, you don't see the dots. To your point, you see these little moments pop up, and you don't know where it's going to be. You know where it's going to end. You don't know what the picture's going to look like. I was just talking to my attorney this morning, and some dots are coming into focus, and we're like, wow. Well, we at the coffee shop, so we getting some coffee. I'm just saying. So, but we were just saying, you know, these dots are coming to focus. But, you know, 2-3 months ago, we didn't see it happen that way. But now it's starting to show up. So it's very true that you see these things, but you got to believe in yourself to know that the picture's going to unfold correctly.
And right now, I mean, speaking of a picture coming together,
Yes.
you have a current album, Lifeology 101.
Yes, my debut album, just came out.
And you co-wrote. Is it all the songs?
Yes.
Or just some of them? All of them.
Yes.
Why was that so important to you to co-write all of them?
Well, let me tell you, back in the day when I was in the group, we were like drones. You know, sing it this way, dress this way, dance this way. We didn't even own our name. And so when, you know, the unfortunate circumstance of my deal that we had on the table was like taken away from us, and we decided to break away from the situation we were in. We had nothing, not even a name. Yeah, so when I came back around, I was smart enough to know that I needed to own my publishing and own what I was doing.
I got it better for you. I got it better for you. I got it better for you.
What's your favorite song on your album?
You know what? Before I recorded the album and I heard that question come from people, I was like, and I heard that response when they said, "Oh, you know, all of them are my favorite." I was like, "Whatever, you know, they just talking noise." But now that I'm on this side, I can really say, you know what? It's hard for me to pick a favorite. You know what I mean? Each of them are special in their own way because I was going through something at the time or thinking about something at the time. I can tell you what my favorite is in terms of inspiration, and that would be number one, Keep Moving. And that's why I put it on the album first, because it really talks about my story, and I think it really is one of the songs that can inspire other people to go after their dreams, whatever that dream is. You know, whether it's leaving a bad relationship, going back to school, you know, doing whatever. I mean, it really says, you know, you got to keep moving. You just said it. I think you even use those words. You know, you got to keep going forward. So that's my favorite there. When I'm trying to get in that mood, you know what I'm saying, and do my thing, and then the elevator comes to mind. You know, when I'm feeling kind of good and I just want to ride with the top back, I put on Bad For You. You know, it just depends on the mood I'm in. So,
Now, speaking of Bad For You, that was my first introduction to your music. And I'm constantly online, looking for music, and I don't really remember how I ran across it, but I happened to see it, and I was like, man, I like this, you know, I like the music. So I sent it to a friend of mine, and I said, hey, check this out, because I was like, I think I want to talk to this guy. You know, I was like, I don't know if he'll accept, but I want to meet this guy, because I really like this song. And it's right now, it's on the charts, right?
Yes, it just debuted at number 35 on Billboard Urban AC Airplay chart, which is pretty big with indie. Thank you. Yeah.
So what's next after it makes it to number one?
Oh man, if it makes it to number one, I'll be like, yo, Jill, you want to do a collab?
You call it right up.
No. You know, right now it is trying to just get it as far as it can go. The video, I don't know if you saw the video for it, but it's been serviced up to all the different cable channels. So they're actually deciding on it as we speak, you know, this week, next week.
So you're excited about that?
I'm I'm nervous.
You gotta turn that nervousness to excitement.
No, I'll be excited when they call me and say it's gonna be played. Then I can get excited. You know, right
You get
now,
excited right now,
I'm
you're nervous.
nervous. Yeah, but it could be on BET, VH1. You know, we're shopping around. Like I'm trying to get on some of the other big cities. You know, right now it's playing in Chicago, LA, Detroit. But I'm trying to get hometown love, so I'm working on that. You know, working on New York, working on Miami. So it's just really, it's a constant grind, man. You know, I remember when I got the word that it hit the chart, I was like, wow, you know, wow. And then all of a sudden I said, what number did it come? What number? 35. He was like, but you debuted above Beyonce. I was like, okay, but where's she coming at? 37. Okay. Well, who's ahead of me? You know, I mean,
So you want to know those things.
You're always like, okay, so what's the next thing? You know, how do
Right.
I make myself better? You know, how do I improve? So, you know.
You describe your music as
Yes.
vintage
R&B, that's right.
What is vintage R&B, and what do you think classifies the style?
Vintage R&B really means that it is the R&B, I think it's the R&B of the past, the way people used to write, the way they used to paint a picture without really just putting it out there. Like, you know, Chris Brown right now, you know, he's like doing his thing, which that's my man, but he's up front with it, and so is Trey Songz. I mean, they kind of, you know, they say what they gonna say, you know what I mean? With me, I'm like, you know, let's paint a picture, let's use the imagination a little bit, you know, and the way I phrase things and the harmonies and those kind of things, that's vintage. But you know what vintage means to me, it's kind of throwback, you know what I mean? And people are wearing vintage clothes, you know, they're doing their thing, so it has up-tempo, like up-to-date beats and musicality to it, but it has that writing and the feel of the old stuff.
So who do you classify? What other artists would you classify would be vintage R&B?
Nobody else.
Nobody but you, huh?
I mean,
Because you're the creator.
that's right. Exactly. I mean, I haven't signed anybody else to the label yet.
So are you looking for people? Since you brought that up.
I mean, I'm always looking,
Okay.
like you know, because I think once the label, a bigger label, picks up on me, then they're gonna say, well, do you have any other artists? I'm gonna say, well, yeah, no, I got a couple that I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? That's my ultimate goal. I mean, I want to be kind of the vintage R&B, Cash Money, Young Money.
Okay. All right.
Like, I'm serious.
So in your live performances and stuff like that, do you already have background singers and musicians and all of that, or is that something that people can also maybe reach out to you in reference to if they're good at it? You know?
Yeah, I have 4 background singers that I work with. The band is always changing because it just depends on who's in town. I've learned these things, you know, as you, like you said, getting more mature with the industry and learning more. There's a group of musicians, man, that are dope in Atlanta, and they like a fraternity or sorority. I mean, so when you need them, you kind of call out and you see who's around. You know, this keyboardist may be on the road with, you know, Fantasia. This one may be on this bass player may be on the road with like Jill Scott. So there may be another one that's in town, so you pull on them. But yeah, I got my background and my band together. But as far as, you know, other artists that I might be interested in working with once I get myself going, I haven't really identified them yet.
It's always hard picking out who to work with because it's hard sometimes to work with some people. Let's be real, because they have to be able to see the vision of where you are, and that's, you know, when you're picking out managers and, you know, like even in my case with the camera person to walk around with me all the time asking all these questions, you know, being available at the last minute, and that's something that's hard. But the good thing about Atlanta is there's so many people out there who are doing that. But what I found is that you don't hear it talked about as much.
No.
You know?
No.
And that's kind of what I want to do, like even with doing this interview, is, you know, just hearing about all the different people. I'm amazed how many people sing, write, and play, and are really good. It's not just like, oh, I sing, and then you hear them and they're like, they're like really, really, really good. But when you go to try to find more about them, you don't find anything. They're not talking about their stuff. Or...
This is where the rubber meets the road for me. This is where I think I can help people down the road. And I'm still measuring my success, but you know, folks are very talented. When I look at where I am now in the charts and doing how I'm doing, I'm very humble at where I am because I'm like, wow, there are so many people around the country, around the world who are trying to do what I'm doing and haven't been able to reach what I'm doing. But I'm learning this because they don't understand the business part of it. They really feel like they're going to come to, where we are now and do an open mic and somebody's going to discover them and then it's going to be all gravy and then they good and then they hit the charts tomorrow.
Right.
It's not like that. I mean, you need to have your website. You need to have your social media game on tap. You need to have your digital marketing piece together. You need to have, all those things. And they don't think about it. They're just out there singing and grinding, which is beautiful. I mean, you got to do that too. But then you say, well, I need you to do a show next week. They don't have anything to do the show with. They have no band. They just don't have it together. And I think that's what separates me, because to be honest, I don't think I have the greatest voice in the world. I mean, Luca did. But I use my tools, and I'm putting them all together, and it's coming together for me.
And speaking of online and websites and all that, where can we purchase your music online?
Well, you can purchase my music online at winstonwarrior.com, which is my website. You can go to iTunes and just look me up, Winston Warrior. I'm on CD Baby, Amazon.com. It's out there. They want to find me. If they want to reach me, just say what's up the way you did. They can reach me on YouTube. They can reach me via Twitter, Facebook. Everything is Winston Warrior. And by the way, that's my real name. A lot of people ask me that.
I was going to ask you that.
It's my real name. It's the government name.
But it's funny because my name is Jermaine Sane, and people ask me that too.
I thought you made that up.
No, that's my real name too. That's my real name.
Jermaine Sane. This was not just something I wanted to do in terms of, the charts and all that stuff. This was really like a bucket list thing. I didn't want to die without saying that I finished an album. I have no expectations, but in my wildest dreams, I never felt like it'll be where it is. But if I had sat there and then tried, and then do that memorial service, you wouldn't be talking. So that's why when you were like, hey, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you appreciating me, but bruh, I'm just happy that you called and said that you wanted to talk to me. It still amazes me. Straight up. No, I'm being dead serious. I'm still sitting here wow, I'm actually being...
Well, it's going to keep moving from here, The next one's going to be greater than me.
Keep moving.
Yeah, it's going to keep on moving.
Yeah. So that's real talk.
Yeah. Each one is going to get greater and greater and greater. That's what I like.
I claim it. I accept that.
And on the last note,
yes,
since we were just speaking like that, what would you classify as success?
This is success. Real talk. I'm sitting here being interviewed for your online show, having the croissant, sipping on a frap, talking about music. Just hanging out with Anthony David and Algebra last night, Bilal and Domri tonight. It's success. I'm telling you, it was supposed to be a bucket list. I did it. Everything else is great. I'm even giving goosebumps. Everything else is great. So this is success. And then of course I have my other goals. Like I said, I want to really be one of those one-name R&B singers like the past. Like Teddy. You say Teddy, you know who exactly I'm talking about. When I say Luther, you know what I'm talking about. When I say Michael,
You want to be Winston.
You'll know. I want that. But this right here, this is good.
Well, I want to thank you for being here.
Yep.
And I wish you many blessings.
Thank you.
And I know that more and more opportunities are going to come. And just keep creating good music.
I will.
You got to make that. That's got to be the promise.
Every
time it's going to be good music.
It's gonna be rock and slam. Yeah.
All right. And don't forget to pick up Winston's album, Lifeology 101, at his website, which is www.winstonwarrior.com. And remember iTunes and
CD Baby,
and
Amazon.com,
everywhere.
Yeah.
And remember that death and life are in the power of the tongue.